Bonjour YouTube, Chineo. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we are walking around the beautiful city of Chambery, right next to the hometown of Méry where I am staying. But today we're taking a walk in this beautiful city in the Savoie, one of the best top cities. There's two reasons we wanted to come to the city today. One, because it's beautiful and it's a beautiful day and it's been raining for a little while. And two, because there's a lovely little market that we're gonna go walk around in and see what they got in store for us. So let me go ahead and show off the beautiful Savoie city of Chambery. Here at YouTube, we have a very old hotel, les Hôtels de Marche over here. You guys can see this hotel has a long history because it was inhabited by one very famous person, Napoleon himself. Stayed here on his march to Italy. He stayed here in Chambéry and then he went to go conquer Italy. Very cool. It was also populated by the Pope as well, but we'll care more about Napoleon. Even here, YouTube, they have a little train you can take. This is for visitors. It goes around the city, so if you want to take a little tour, a little mini tour of the city, they don't have a tourist bus, but they got the tourist train, the Petit Train de Chambery. So we went to a market in the south of France, not Saint-Tropez, but a little different, similar to this. So this is not a market where you usually buy like fresh things. This is a market where people are selling their products, their wares, sometimes secondhand, sometimes new. It depends. You might find something very special. It's kind of like a yard sale. So one of my favorite things to do is go to these markets and see some trinkets. Sometimes it's not something you can resell, but sometimes you can find that one little thing that you can resell. Like I said, it's like going to a yard sale or a garage sale or something similar like that. Right now, we're gonna go see the bells at the castle. They are the biggest and most beautiful bells that you can hear in the Savoie. Maybe you guys can hear them just a little bit. As they're clanging and clanging, they're very beautiful. Let me show you the beautiful bells of Chambery. So over here, we have this beautiful castle. And this was the castle of a duke. I don't know the duke's name exactly, but you guys can hear the bells. And there they are. We wanted to go inside the castle for a little bit, but it's closed right now. I don't know if it's for today or if it's just time, or maybe we have to pay to go in. I was actually at the castle 2 nights ago. They held some world music concert, which was really cool. They were playing some African music. It was really great. We were only there to watch maybe 1 or 2 sets, but mostly I wanted to see the inside of the castle. But we're gonna take some side paths so we can kind of go around the castle a little bit. So there is a significance to these bells. These are the largest and the most resounding bells in all of Europe. These aren't the original ones that they have now. They took down the original ones because they are very old and they put some new ones there. But the sounds that they're making right now are the exact same ones that they've been doing for hundreds of years, basically. This is a city with a very long history. So this used to be the capital, basically, of the Savoie. The Savoie is a huge area. So the Savoie goes all the way from Nice to Genève to Jeune. It's a very big, huge area. Like, you cannot miss the Savoie. It's a huge area. But Chambéry is just one of those cities in France that you cannot miss, like Lyon or Nice or Paris even. But there are a lot of nice cities in France, but I think most of them kind of can be a bit too modern and have changed too much. But Chambéry still retains a lot of its history, which is fantastic. I love it. And here we are, YouTube, at the main area of the market. Very big. So this is where we can find just kind of some produce, meats, vegetables, fruits, whatever you want to buy is here in Chambéry Marketplace. This is where my uncle wanted to take us. This is the Marché des Halles. So this closes at 12, so he wanted us to get in here before it closes because it is almost 12 now. Wow, around 11:30. So we want to go inside and see, well, the Marché. Wow. It feels very much like the Boqueria in Spain. I kind of get that vibe, except it's indoor. Wow. Oh. Look at all the cheeses, YouTube. Cheeses only in the Savoie. Let me remind you. Some of these cheeses you can get other places, of course, but most of these things you can only get by coming to the Savoie region. Oh, je vais me régaler avec tout le fromage qu'ils ont là. In some ways, I kind of like this place more than La Boqueria because it feels more clean, and that's just because there's not birds flying, well, pigeons and seagulls flying around, but it's because, again, we are more indoor, and but on the opposite side, it feels hotter here than it is compared to La Boqueria because, again, Boqueria is outdoor and it was very fresh outside, but now it's a little hot with all the people and all that. But the market looks amazing. So if you guys have the chance, definitely stop by the market in Chambery. So the one thing that I like the most about this market is that the prices are super good. The prices are pretty much more or less the same as you would get at like a grocery store, but why would you come to the market here versus grocery store? Well, you can guarantee that here these are all artisanal, these are all fresh, these are all going to be things that you'd want to get. Basically, that the supermarket is going to have more manufactured and factory made versus handmade here. So you can get really, really great quality ingredients at a great, great price. We saw some paella, for example, for 24 euros, 24.90 for the kilo. And it sounds like a lot, but compared to what we paid in Spain, it was way too much. So if you guys are looking for great, great, great food, France is the place to be, baby. So over here, we have Le Palais de Justice, Le Palais de Justice. This is the, in English, it's the Justice Palace. It's a very nice name, but this is basically the court of Chambéry. So if you're a bad person, you're probably going to come over here, or a good person, it doesn't matter. And it's nice because you have this very lovely view of the mountains back here with the clouds. Very beautiful. Alrighty, YouTube, we find ourselves at the République Française. So I didn't know this because my uncle is kind of explaining everything for me. But the Savoie was not connected to the France. It was, I mean, it was part of France as a, you know, because it's literally part of the country itself. But it was its own, I think it was its own country, its own entity. And it wasn't until 1860 that they reunite, or that they became one, essentially. And this building was built, marked the in 1910 the 50 years of the Savoie and the France together. So that's I didn't know that. I'm French, but I don't know much about France. So I'm glad my uncle is here to explain everything, and then I can explain it for you guys. So you guys might not be able to see it. It's kind of hard. I think I can't really see it on video, but all these buildings here, all these buildings are slightly like to the right. They're not perfectly straight. You can kind of see it more with this building here. So I put my finger here, you can see it's not, it leans a little bit to the right in all these buildings here. But this is something that you normally wouldn't see if you just kind of come to the town and just kind of visit, or the city and just visit. But this is very cool. This is right in front of the Republic building right here. So over here, YouTube, we're about to enter the cathedral. Oh, it's very beautiful on the outside. But there is something special with this cathedral because it is one of the biggest platforms inside in all of Europe as well. Chambéry has the biggest things. It's like being in America. We got the biggest. But there is something very unique about this cathedral. It's because they didn't really have the money to build a cathedral. You can see with the painting that, yeah, see. C'est ça là. You can see these are actually not carved. These are all painted on the side. Oh, everything here, even this you see up top here. Well, not the chandelier, but this is all painted. That's really funny. So, like I said, they didn't have money to build a really nice church or even a cathedral in general. Like, that's really unique. I really like that. It just makes it very special that you can't see this anywhere. This fountain is very special because it's called, in French, it's called Le Fontaine 400 Culs. So it's very funny because in French we say 400. Cul is butt, but it's not 400. It's not 400 butts. There's no 400 butts. It's 400 culs. Cent meaning no, like out, like opso, and then cul butts. So it's 4 no butts. So elephants, or 4 elephants with no butts. Basically, that's the fountain name, which is very funny. I really like it because you can see the elephants themselves, which are Indian elephants, I think. Is this what they're supposed to be? And then there's no butt. There's no butt. There's nothing there. It's just just the front. That's about it about this fountain. It's just it's a very iconic fountain, very beautiful one at that. And at nighttime, you can actually see it lit up with different colored lights, like purple and blue and green. Or in the day right now, so we don't actually get to see that right now. Alrighty, YouTube, we have finished our little walk around Chambery. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is one of my favorite cities to come to in France, but mostly because the family house is right next door. Again, I live in Méry. This is about 10 minutes maybe by drive to Chambéry, and Chambéry is a very, very beautiful city. Again, all of Savoy is a really beautiful place. If you guys come to France, make it one of the places to come to, because it's not really, I think, a well-known place that people come to. Savoy is very well known, but not all the cities necessarily, and all the small towns are not very well known. There's lots of small little towns that you can go in, super neat, super quaint. You can get some local specialties like cheeses and cured meats and things like that. I think most people go to Paris, go to Nice, go to Lyon, go to Marseille and all of that. But I think Savoy is way nicer. It's a really, really beautiful area, surrounded by mountains, surrounded by trees, greenery, good air, great air actually. So if you're looking for a place to go in France, Savoy is the place to be. Anyways, YouTube, thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.